Let's head out west. At least 10 people are dead and 10,000 buildings destroyed by the devastating wildfires that continue to sweep across Southern California. Fox's Sarah Alegre is joining us live from the Pacific Palisades, just outside of a local recreation center destroyed here. And Sarah, that area, believe it or not, still burning.
Yeah, absolutely. And just northwest of me, I'm seeing very thick plumes of smoke from the Palisades fire. We have 3,000 plus fire crews out here just working to mitigate those flames, firemen, I should say. And so what we're seeing right now, though, is we're along PCH. So to give you a geographical perspective, I have the ocean right here behind me, though, torched earth. This used to be a beautiful hillside with homes and so on, and it is completely damaged. My fellow colleague who's with me just witnessed a person ride his scooter up this hill, because that's how these people can access these roadways right now. They're not letting any cars in, and he just let out a huge bawl, crying. We don't know if he's lived here. We can assume that given this location and just his sheer reaction. What we're seeing right now, though, down power lines, in Los Angeles Department of Water and Power working to restore those, bring those down actually, because they're incredibly dangerous, pose a fire threat. They're also working on clearing debris. Just that way first responders can get in and assess these situations as best as they can. I've been all around the Pacific Palisades area today. We talked to a gentleman earlier. You probably know him. He's soap opera star Eric Braeden, some of you guys back at home. He described seeing his home. We met him just 10 minutes after he saw his home just left in ruins, nothing but a skeletal outline. He described it to his time living in Germany in the midst of World War II. Take a listen.
And this looks like a damn war zone. I grew up in Nazi Germany, and that is what Germany looked like after the war and during the war. Difference is they bombed from the skies. This is the most devastating thing I've ever experienced in LA. Lived here since 1960.
Yeah, and so many of us just share this sentiment, whether you're watching it back at home on your TV screen or you're here, you have family here, friends here. It's just so heartbreaking to witness, to see all of those images and pictures. And then on the other hand, you have people taking advantage of the properties like the one behind me that are completely empty, trying to gather what they can. We're dealing with looters here. It's part of the reason why we have a curfew for Los Angeles County from 6 p.m. into 6 a.m. We also have National Guardsmen helping out local law enforcement when it comes to these enforcement measures, keeping communities safe from all the damage and destruction they've already dealt with over the past couple days. In Pacific Palisades, Sarah Alegre, Fox 26 News.
You know, Sarah, before you go, I have to ask about the firefighters there on the ground. You know, they're fighting these fires, seems to be round the clock. Have you had a chance to speak to any of them? How are they holding up under so much pressure?
Well, Anthony, that's such a great question. We talked to a couple today out on the ground and asked him, have you slept? Have you had any food? How are you doing? And he mentioned to me that he was able to sneak in a couple of hours, but they are so driven and they care so much. They want to be here. They feel useless in a way if they're laying at home. They want to be out here in the action, assisting LAFD and all the surrounding Southern California fire departments. This is really an all hands on deck. So it's inspiring to hear their determination. And I talked to someone with the LA Fire Department yesterday, and he said, you know, just please, if you could, take a moment and share what these men and women are doing. And the LAFD specifically, there are 3,800 men and women, a part of their crews. They've been working tirelessly, and they were saying, you know, when one home is destroyed, it is devastating for them. When one loss of life is gone and taken by something like this, it is absolutely devastating for them. But when you add upon those numbers, they are just heartbroken. They say they're praying for all these families, these communities, and they want to do whatever they can to prevent a situation like this and do what they can to assist in their efforts from keeping these wildfires from spreading that much more, Anthony, especially as we're expecting another round of Santa Anas as we head into next week.
Devastating situation. Sarah, thank you so much. You know, California is going to need a lot of help. Fox Corporation has made a $1 million donation to the Red Cross California wildfires relief effort and continues to be an annual disaster giving program partner as well, which enables the Red Cross to respond immediately to disasters by providing safe shelters, hot meals, emotional support, and other resources to aid in recovery. You can help by scanning the QR code right there.